Alright, so we have this negative health problem. And we're just at the border of where we start facing the 50% reduction in growth. So if we're just at, say, 19 negative health, we wouldn't... the minus 50% growth on cities is the most serious factor there. Sure, shaving 10% off of production, science, and culture isn't the best, but it's something we can live with. So, if I just need 2 more health, maybe we can get that with propaganda. So let's go and have a look at our spies. Alright, so we can abort the establishing network in Citadella. Abort that and...
I have something that needs your attention.
Choose operation. Or reassign to Freeland. Alright, so traveling 3 turns. Stealing science here is going to be useful for us, so we're going to finish that out. They're more than halfway done. The science still quest, they're about 2/3 done. So that'll be fine. Let's see, we get +2 health, or +2% health for each agent at headquarters. But 2% of what? 2% of the health that this city creates, which is only 6. 2% of 6 is not going to do anything for us, unless it's rounded up. So 1 health out of that, 1 health in another city, that might not be bad. Okay, this city only has 5 health, but that's also probably because it only has 5 population. We do have +6 sources of health, so we can only provide as much health as the city has. That's fair. View this city, we have 1 health. As soon as we can get control of these cities, we can use our energy to build out some more health generating buildings. So, we could definitely... Once this city's out of martial law, we can go and buy a clinic and a pharma lab, and that will push us back into below -20. And that'll be fine. I don't mind a 10% shave on all of our other resources, or all our other produced science, culture, and production. So, let's go then.
Torgovlia opiera się nie na potrzebach, a na sprawiedliwości.
Huh, really? We're at peace. He should know that we have a huge army surrounding his one remaining city, his capital city, and he wants a favor for some xenomass. No, I don't think that's gonna work, Koslav. He's got a miasmic repulsor here, that's fine. A city connection has been established with Sarek. Are we getting any good energy off of that? So we're getting 22 energy per turn from city connections to the capital. And I guess each of these coastal cities has an automatic harbor, so unlike in Civ 5 you don't need to build one. So if we want to hook Rangi up, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles that we would need to put a road down on. And we do have the technology to do that. Maybe we even start with road building technology. So yes, let's do that. More dust coming in will be helpful. But we can go and hook up the silica first. And we can just hang out back here. We've repaired most of the tiles that were plundered by that siege worm. Let's go and put a generator on this side of the river. And our tac jet can go and rebase. Alright, we don't have terraforming, so we can't actually improve the floatstone. We can go and remove the miasma, and that will get us a safer overland trade route to Jimboomba. This tac jet, probably want one over in Sarek. Rebase, yes, it was just out of range there the last time. Alright, choosing production in our capital. We could go for the network, +3 science. And what else do we need here? Our repair facility isn't going to be too helpful. I'm not planning to build out a lot of land units. Xenofuel plant would be nice, but that requires level 2 harmony and a workable source of xenomass. So I guess this nest does not count as a workable source of xenomass. And likewise then, with the Xeno Nursery, we also need another improved source of xenomass. Now, if I do want to build both those buildings in Freeland, and they are decent buildings, this is a +10% boost to science, and well, this is just 3 energy, but +2 trader specialist slots, which we aren't really using right now, but getting the science booster would be nice. That does mean we'll need a nest somewhere else. I probably want to take that xenomass as well, since it is a 7. This miasma is out of range, at least out of tile buying range. So we'd have to settle another city for a nest to keep the aliens friendly with us if we wanted to get that going for Freeland. So maybe we'll just leave the nest there. Quest update. Special delivery. We've received an encrypted message. It reads, "The Culper Cell has interests in prosperity. Establish a covert network there." Alright, prosperity is all the way over here. We could easily do that. I mean, I do want to switch 2 of my spies over to propaganda, but we could send the 3rd one over to have a look at prosperity. The thing is, we still have 6 or 5 turns left on the science deal. Entering the future. With this new automated repair facility, many of our technicians will find themselves lacking for work. We should make use of this suddenly available manpower. Our military forces can always use a few more technicians on the assembly line. Then again, our orbital network is in need of optimization. Whichever we choose, we should inform the technicians immediately so they know where to report in the morning. +1 orbital coverage. We haven't really been making use of satellites, and I don't think we have any text for that. So for now, we can just go with the boost for military units from repair facilities. I don't have any repair facilities though. Well, I must have one in one of my cities. I guess one of the cities that we took over from Koslov. Yeah, there's a repair facility in Sarek, and only in Sarek. How much would it cost to buy this tile? 90. I really want to be saving Alright, we'll clear the marsh until we can expand there normally, and we are 4 turns of martial law. Alright, in 4 turns, we'll go and spend some of that energy on health in Uspeke. So, while we're waiting, let's just go and buy that plot, and yeah, clear the marsh, that's fine. And we've got the tac jet, who will be on intercept mode. These guys can sleep within striking distance of the city, so fortify there. And we'll go set up for range attack, and just stay on alert. Fortify. And air intercept. So I am reading the chat whenever I get a chance. Am I the top 1%? The top 1% of what there? And we don't have a demographic screen, so I can't see where I'm stacking up compared to the Apollo level AIs. Alright, we have that Firaxite hooked up now. We need terraforming to get the floatstone going. Let's go and get the tubers improved, and we can also go and repair the fibers.
एक और एक 11 होते हैं.
Alright, Kawatha still wants open borders here, but I do not want to give that to her. A unit needs orders. This worker can't improve the floatstone. We've removed that miasma. And we do have a couple tiles that we can improve here. We can go and put a generator on the grassland here. And this worker, construct a plantation. And we've got some more gunboats ready to take down this city once the peace treaty expires. Oh, he's dropped a colony here. That's not a bad spot for a colony. It is out of range, can't grab the petroleum or the coral, but where it is now is just fine. It does have Firaxite, algae, 7 petroleum, and a resilin. So Liberation Army could help with that, but I'd rather have Adaptive Sciences, and that gets us extra affinity points every time we grab a tech that gives us affinity points. Alright, we may as well have that explorer heal up in the city, and he's got his expedition module back and reloaded, so we can go out
एक और एक 11 होते हैं.
and look for another site. Alright. 3 xenomass for 1 favor. I don't think so. Cheese production. Freeland. Could get a repair facility. I don't really need more land units though. Though the armor is not bad. And that level 4 Harmony mixer guy, what was he called? Xenoswarm? He would be a land unit too, so 10% bonus to that wouldn't be bad. There's nothing else that we can really build out here. We could grab a quick trade vessel. Let's have a look at this. 4 of 4. Alright, so we can build the trade vessel and then ship it over to some of these other cities. And a trade vessel in one turn, we may as well build a few of them then. Alright, there's a generator. Let's go, and we do have the petroleum coming in now, thanks to Sarek. Go for a generator, and we may as well get to work on a road. We do have 2 workers in the area. Fortify. Alright, so our spy should have relocated to Freeland by now. Let's see if we can get her... Okay. So, actually our health has gotten a lot better. We're still in martial law here.
Do you change the steps in the dance of life? Or does the dance of life change your step?
Alright, so we got the Gene Garden. That would be a good source of health, but it requires 2 points in purity. We also have the cloning plant, which requires a source of xenomass. It gets us plus 2 food and grower specialist slot. I don't think I'm excited to get that going. And the ectogenesis pod, and that's that wonder that our neighbor to the north built. Alright, so we're out of martial law here. And I guess that's why our health has improved. Covert Ops. We're in Freeland. If we are in the headquarters, reassign, return to HQ. Ah, is that what I wanted to do? Well, I am curious to see how effective propaganda is. And apparently what I needed to do was tell Ariane to return to HQ, and then she would have been working propaganda. But we also have a quest to go and establish a network in Prosperity. So yeah, let's go and send our agent over that way then. Alright, let's go complete that quest. 3 turns traveling, and then 5 turns to set up the network. Meanwhile, our text deals are coming soon, and we can reassign one of them to propaganda. Alright, a trade vessel. Our best yields are with the Slavic Federation, but we're going to be declaring war soon. So we get a lot of science by trading with Citadella, or we could get Church of the Dawn's Light. I think that was our previous route, and 9 culture off of that. We'll want to keep that going. Alright, we'll do that. And our explorer. We still have some of our continents to explore to the northwest, so that's why we'll send this guy, although we would probably need open borders with PAC. And Wormer 311 here is saying that in Beyond Earth, when you annex a puppet, you get -1 health per pop per turn, and it's better to annex them first instead of puppeting them. So we'll give that a try next time around. So since this guy has been annexed properly, that's why our health isn't as bad as it used to be. Got a trade depot coming. Let's start building out a pharma lab. And we will go and purchase a clinic. Alright, over in Jambumba, I think we have enough gunboats to deal with the Slavic Federation. And Ark is not coastal, and I don't really want to attack my good buddy over in Mandira. So we can take a break from building out gunboats. Let's go grab a thorium reactor. And we've got a quest decision. The observable universe, this planet, geologically, quite different from Earth. In many ways, its natural effects are far more damaging than we anticipated. Luckily, this new observatory will give us the chance to learn more about our planet and bend that knowledge towards our favor. The question is, should we direct our gaze towards the invisible neutrinos and waves swirling unseen around us, or towards the celestial heavens, which are unfamiliar to our eyes? So, do we want +2 sea strength from observatories, or +2 naval movement from observatories? We are on continents, naval movement will be pretty important. Let's go and grab macro scale observation. And, well, that city is at 37. We may as well bring all of our gunboats around. Trade vessel. Alright, so this guy will need to go and rebase to Uspeke, or Uspek. No trade route slots available. Still 2 turns. 0 Sarek, though, is just fine. Okay, so we'll rebase to Sarek. And he's got another colonist that he's setting out.
If you're going to rejigger an organism's genotype, you should give it the courtesy of reading its manual first.
Alright, so
How
we get...
much joy can this new planet hold, when all I can think of is everything I've left behind?
1 level in purity. And the reason I wanted to go into purity was so that I could build a health providing building, and that would be the gene garden. So we need 1 more purity before we can build a gene garden, and that's what we're going to get from alien genetics. This also gets us bonuses from biowells. We do have a biowell here, so that'll be a nice boost. And it's for 3 xenomass. But then I think each purity point increases the cost of the next. So I do want to get up to level 4 harmony. Although, our war with Pack is going to be difficult. Not that we necessarily need to go to war with Pack. So, we have the silica mine done. Let's get to work on some roads. And we'll bring the gunboat around. Alright, trade. Where can we trade safely? The Slavic Protectorate? What are these actually called? The Slavic Federation doesn't have anyone in the water, so we are safe to send out trade routes here. We get a huge boost from trading with our capital. So let's go and do that. And choosing production here. Recycler would get us more production. The auto plant would get us more production and energy from all of our trade routes. Let's quickly grab a thorium reactor. And then we'll go for the auto plant after that. Alright, we stole 75 science from each of those, but our agent was detected in one of them. Let's review that log. Okay. Saria. The Saria spy was detected, so we should probably move her somewhere else. Let's go and move her, reassign, return to HQ. And choose operation here. Let's siphon some more science.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
These guys really want our xenomass. And I'm not interested in giving favors to a civilization that I'm going to be going to war with soon. Alright, so since our trade route is going around on this side, we are going to leave one boat to guard this end, and I also want to see where he ends up sending his colonist. The colonist right now is inside this colony, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll want to know where he wanders off to. And this trade vessel. Alright, so trading with Jimboomba would also get us some really good yields. A lot of good production for both the cities. Our other options are 9 science by trading with Liqueur. So here, that's 20 pips if we count everything as equal. Trading with Mandira would get us 28 if we count all of that as equal. 28 versus, let's see here, 16, 20. Alright, we'll go for the 14 energy and 14 science. That's a really long trade route though. Nice. Alright, so these guys will get started on their road. The generator is going to take another 2 turns. Alright, well, while you're here, why don't you go work on a paddock for the chitin. And this trade vessel, let's see, what was our previous route? This does get us the best yields. Alright, let's do that. Okay, Freeland's gonna go and train out 2 more trade vessels. And those will be for Uzbek. And Uzbek will go and work on an alien preserve would be nice. We have decent production in this city. Let's go grab the alien preserve and then a laboratory. We don't have any copper here, but +3 science is still good to have. And if we are going to be building all this stuff out, we could just buy the recycler. We don't have enough gold or energy for that. So let's cancel all of that and put the recycler out front. And keep an eye on things here. This guy can just fortify. Although we don't want to be within the city's range attack. So fortify there. And yeah, this is all fine. Our trade ships are doing their thing. And how many units does he have? A ranger, a rover, a marine, another marine, and another ranger, and one to the south. This guy is still an outpost. That'll be easy to take. Alright, when does our peace treaty expire? Our agent has arrived. Let's go and set up the network. That should complete our quest, assuming we're successful. And are we getting health from propaganda? One from other sources. I wonder if that is the propaganda here. At headquarters, National Security Project, propaganda. The agent is at headquarters and working on the current National Security Project, which is propaganda. Alright, so we're getting 1 health off of propaganda, which isn't actually helping us. Where it flips, I think, is at 10 health, so we can move our agent somewhere else. Let's see, do we have any quests that involve spies? Other than special delivery, no, we don't. So, let's go. What do I want here? I would like a Xeno nursery. So we don't have the Xenomass well here, but we can still build out these Xenoplants. Alright, well, 10% science. I'm happy to have that. Ah, thanks, Akanelek. 27% of Beyond Earth Twitch viewers are on my stream. I'm glad you found something you like here. Let's get that paddock going. And this trade vessel needs to go and rebase to USPAC. Our covert agent has arrived and has started establishing a surveillance network. This worker has finished the tuber plantation. We can go and repair the fiber plantation, and that looks like it. So, our plan here, we want to get our health back in order. We want to reassign our agent elsewhere. And somewhere where we can get science, because I think we are quite a bit behind on science given the large science yields we're getting off of these trade routes. And then once our deal expires, our peace treaty, we'll go and finish off the Slavic Federation. Alright, we've discovered Jinsoku Labs. Jinsoku Labs provides 2 science and 2 production. And Jinsoku Labs is somewhere. Alright, well, it doesn't look like they're nearby, so we won't really have to worry about them. Let's get started on that road then. And Wormer wants to see the diplomacy screen. Alright, let's see. Do we even have one of those? And where is it? Diplomacy. Alright. Yeah, so this gives us the score. How are we doing on that? We're right here. This is currently sorted by score, so we're 3rd. Huh. Alright, that's unexpected for the hardest difficulty. We don't really have anything as far as wonders go. Ah, but we have an early spy agency. Only the... what is this? Only our friend, the KP, also has a spy agency. So, that means we can spy on Suzanne Fielding with impunity. And our deal history, let's see. Let's do for... Is this our peace treaty then? Deal began on turn 117. 227 if it's only a 10-turn piece. So we should be able to attack now. Alright. Automatic gratification. New auto plant. Our people no longer need to be tied down to manual labor. What about the auto plant itself? Needs to produce whatever it wishes. Quest decision. Alright, first let's sort out our production. We've built all of the trade vessels that we can. I think. This pack does have... No, it doesn't have both of its trade vessels, but it will soon. So we don't need any more trade vessels. Industrial development. Ongoing project converts 25% of production to energy. Alright, there's nothing else I really want to build here. Let's go and build research. And repair this. And this worker has finished the generator. Wander over here, pop up another generator. Whoa, there's another nest. Alright, this trade vessel needs to go over to the spec. And we'll start trade going here. Alright, so we've got some decent yields by trading with Jimboomba. But we'll probably send someone 12 science trading here. Alright, keep that going then. And we can develop a virtue. So, plus 20% affinity points earned from research technologies. So, we're about to finish another purity tech in 4 turns, so this seems like a good time to grab adaptive sciences. Although, Liberation Army might be okay, since there is a colony that we want to capture right here. Alright, let's see if we can actually declare war here. 1, 2, oh, we've got so much more movement now. That's awesome. Quest decision. Export and trade, +1 trade. Oh, okay, so it's from a quest. The trade auto plants can grant us more trade routes. Alright, so whoever told me that in chat was absolutely right. I was a little confused because it didn't say on the Civilpedia entry or in the tech tree. But, yes, definitely another trade route. Way better than +1 energy. Alright, so, forget the science that we're producing. We want many more trade vessels. Add to queue. Yes, next. Production queue. Purchase. Why can't I switch off of research and development here? I want a trade vessel. Okay, good. And then add to queue. Another trade vessel. And another trade vessel. Alright, we've got 4 coastal cities, so we'll need 4 more trade vessels. I think they all have auto plants, is that right? View this city. This guy does not have an auto plant. Or does he? He does. Okay, good. And over to the next city. Auto plant, check, check, check. Alright, so all of our coastal cities have auto plants, so that's 4 more cargo ships that we can get going. And apparently, we're not free to declare war yet.
Sztucica niszczy.
Declare war. We still have a peace treaty. When did we sign that? I feel like it was almost 10 turns ago. Anyways, we do want to keep an eye on this settler. Although, if there is a warmonger penalty for totally eliminating a civ, I don't mind if he settles a colony somewhere far away. Alright, we'll let that guy go, although I do want to keep an eye on where he ends up. We kept our expansion promise with Ark, great. Alien nest discovered, and our quest for the auto plants was decided. Ah, right, just reading the chat now. Jinsoku Labs is literally right beside us. It dropped down right in the middle here. Their yields didn't look too impressive. I suppose if we have a spare land route, we can send one over, just to keep it around. We could also attack it. I don't know if that adds to any sort of warmonger penalty, but we would get some yields by sacking that trade station. Alright, trade vessel. Where do we want to go from here? The most science we could get would be by trading with the guys we're about to go to war with. But that's fine, because we get the trade back when we declare war. We'd also get a whole bunch of food, but since we're currently unhealthy, I don't know if we need to accelerate our population too much. Let's go 10 science trading with this guy for now. And this trade vessel, change origin city to Jimbo. Gunboats will keep an eye on these troop movements, and these guys pull back here. Alright, trade vessel, what do we want here? Maximum science is 9 or internal. Alright, we'll send this one internally.
As Adam Smith said, trade is the lifeblood of nations.
I know I don't want open borders here. Alright, so Conway 22-4 asks how we toggle the resource icons here. There's this little toggle eyeball in the corner of the minimap. If you click on that, you can open up recommendations, resource icons, artifact icons, trade routes, and that's what I have going right now. And there's also hotkeys for that, but I've forgotten what the resource bubbles are. You can turn the grid on with Shift G, and turn yields on with Shift Y. Trade vessel. Open trade with this gets us the most science of the various options. 8 science for energy. Trading internally we can't do. We could grab a bunch of food and keep on growing the city. Let's keep the science coming in, although at this stage plus 8 science isn't really that much. 8 science, 4 energy. I'd rather have 9 food, 1 production, and 1 energy. Alright, so that's repaired. We've got all the Firaxite hooked up. We need terraforming to get at the float stone. But we will keep this guy around here. Toss up a generator and trade convoy here. Alright. Internal trade routes. We could get 8 production by trading with the capital. And since we do have overwhelming forces, this should be safe. Everything else goes is an even more dangerous route. Unless we were to go and trade with Arc, but the 9 science isn't looking as appealing as it used to. We could get a small bit of food and energy or production and science by trading with those trade stations. The trade yields get better as they level up. And they level up when more and more civilizations trade with them. So right now, their yields are not very impressive. Let's just go and trade with the capital then. And on a generator.
Pardon me, I may be able to assist you.
Okay, so pop up for our agent. Choose operation. Did we establish a network there? Covert agent promoted. We've established a network, and that should complete that quest, or at least a step in that quest. Perform dossier delivered in prosperity. Alright, we can do that. Dossier delivered. Very easy, only 3 turns. Cool. And we can switch our spy off to doing something else. Let's see. We do have some intrigue there. Let's drop into Central again. So travel Central. Quest decision. A tangled web. Strange how humanity now lives on an alien planet, yet still struggles to reclaim many of its past technological achievements. Having now regained network capabilities, we move one step closer to a completely unknown future. The future, or the shape of that future, will be determined by how we utilize our current technologies. For example, the network links all of our systems, allowing us to disseminate our knowledge digitally. But be it technological or cultural, which of these is more beneficial? So we can get free maintenance on the networks or culture from networks. I'm going to take the culture boost. A tangled web. Very good. Worm killing. Serious compounds, build 1 quarry. We're going to need terraforming for that. So, before we diverted to get the health bonuses, and we can see that once we took our spy off of propaganda, we went up to 8 negative health. So she was providing us with 1 health. I don't know if that's worth a spy, but it's a thing. Okay, so do we want to finish off? Did we finish Swarm Robotics? No, we didn't. So we'll go work that next, and then we'll want to grab terraforming and start harvesting that float stone. Or at least have it hooked up. Alright, trade vessel here. Ooh, that would be a lot of production. We still have a spare route here though. Alright, let's have this guy go and rebase. And this trade vessel will go Camp Cascade. It's not really that much of a yield, but I would like to grow my capital a little more. So fine, we'll get Camp Cascade going. And a trade convoy. Let's see. All fairly low science values. I suppose we could trade with these stations. The yields are much lower than trading with these guys, though. Alright, let's trade with the station. The yields aren't very impressive, but if those stations level up, maybe we'll get better yields. I'm not entirely sure how those mechanics work, so we'll see what happens to Jinsoku Labs. Alright, so there's one road piece done. We've got another. Raise and Raise asks, how important or attainable are the quests in this version? Are they game-breaking? This is actually my very first time playing the game. I've been playing for about 6.5 to 7 hours now. This is literally my first game. I'm playing on hardest difficulty. I have no idea what the quests are or what the rewards are, so I can't really tell them or tell you if it's game-breaking in any way. And we gain affinity points primarily through the tech tree, but I think I've gotten a few off of quests. Alright, so we finished genetics. We've got some purity affinity there, so we're up to level 2 purity affinity.
Earth, because a word or phrase evokes a lesson I learned long ago and gets me what I need.
We could make colonists, but I don't think we have the health to support that right now. I suppose being unhealthy for most of the game is alright. The penalties aren't that severe, and there are so many nice resources here. We can always just take over whatever these guys end up settling in this region. And I'm hoping we'll get a nice and noticeable pop-up saying that our peace treaty has expired. Although he has built out quite a few units here. Alright, choosing production. We want... We have one more slot for a trade convoy, but Jimboomba doesn't need to be the one to make that. We could go and build out a tac jet or a gene garden. Yes, let's definitely go and do that. In fact, well, if we want the production boost, we can hold off on the gene garden. Let's see, we could build an ultrasonic fence, which we don't really need. A network, we don't really need that either. Alright, let's build out a tac jet here, and we'll cancel the gene garden. Just to be efficient with our 25% production bonus. We'll go and build out, okay, a trade vessel. Add to queue. Gene garden here, 3 turns. Or we could buy out the gene garden. How much would that cost? 660. No, we'll just spend the 3 turns on that. Alright, we're gonna go and send this over to the capital. That's a huge boost. So 12 production for the one city, 7 for the other, and 5 food total. Created out of nowhere. Alright, with this trade vessel. Alright, so we actually have too many trade vessels then. View the city. 2 of 3. Alright, so we need 1 more. That'll be fine. Safe behind walls. Now that we've completed our ultrasonic fence, we've found a new application for the technology. At the moment, the fences are static, with a reach that goes beyond what we originally predicted. However, if we reverse the polarity, it will decrease the ultrasonic circumference, allowing the fence to become mobile, like a personal shield. Do we stick to the original design or embrace the unexpected and create something new? So repel range of ultrasonic fence to +1, so that's a 3 ring around the city, or trade convoys will not be attacked by aliens. Since we're friendly with the aliens, I don't think we need to worry about our trade convoys being attacked. Although that is pretty important. If we ever become not friendly, having our trade routes be safe would be pretty important. However, I think mainly I'm just using the ultrasonic fences to keep the aliens from getting in the way, and so a little extra range on that when I need one. When I need an ultrasonic fence, I'd rather have extra range on that.
Your explorer has noticed something strange nearby.
Ah,
Could be a
another
ruin,
artifact.
Some sort of wreckage.
Alright, and these guys are gonna go and work on that road. A Crouching Goat, I'm enjoying the game so far, definitely. And let's see. There was someone in the chat earlier I saw briefly asking for tips for the early game. I don't really have an early game strategy at the moment. We do want these guys to move off so we can harvest that. But I will be posting this game over to YouTube once we finish it. So it looks like we've improved pretty much everything around the city that we can. We are getting closer to terraforming. That'll be 8 turns away. We could go and put a xenomorphic well on this nest, replace that. But I think we're already getting in all of the xenomass that we need from this city. So we don't necessarily need to get rid of that nest. Alright, trade route. Probably the internal routes are best here. I mean, a little more science would be good. 9 science, 11 energy. Fine, let's go with that. And we do, or can go and assign our spy in Central, that's right. Thanks, Fruit Strike. Establish a network. Peace treaty has expired. Agent arrived in Central. And this trade vessel. Oh, okay, so we have no place for that trade vessel. If I can destroy... We'll keep him around because it's quite possible that one of our land trade routes will get plundered. In which case, we'll just leave that guy there. He can sleep. And is it time for war again? We've got 2 tac jets, but it looks like... Okay, he's moved his tac jets to here. This is a city now. It'll be easiest if we take out this city first, which means that we do want a unit in position to do that. Let's drop the Explorer into the water. And these guys now have enough movement, 5 movement, that we can line up and shoot down Stanimir. But we do need more reinforcements over in these cities, so let's go and purchase ourselves. How close are we? In 1 turn, we'll have level 4 Harmony Affinity, and we can build out that Swarm unit. Alright, that's fine. We don't have to declare war right away.